Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Kill. Sponge. No.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Switch.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Miller. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, here's Miller. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Saints' 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam. Let him go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
56 is the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
Joker.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
6-man. Check curls. Check 13. Check. Gun.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Looking downfield for Joe. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. The 20. There he goes right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14, Falcons nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. Ryan. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Ryan on first down. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Here's Ryan to throw. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. 56 to Mike.
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On first down, here's Breida. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Second and 13. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Henry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd down at the Falcons' 26-yard line.
Got it. 51 to mine. I got it. Go. He's mine.
2nd and 5. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two, you got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Henry. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Check.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Bravo. 56 to Mike. 25 to that.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
56, Mike.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They run with Breida, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6. He's got it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Ready.
Now it's Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
45. Mike, 45.
Here we go on second and 12. Looking downfield for Kelsey. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Kelsey, 37 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we could see this thing pile up as we go on.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Ready. 70 Indy, 45.
Yeah, that's what I do.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.